source, there is a section here labeled as goals. On here, you can click to do add goals. Within the goals, you'll need to choose, you can choose 0 or more groupings. So for example, when we go to add goals, we could set up goals per sales, per some common ones suggested here, like customer sales rep, customer name, product brand, transaction sales rep, order channel, or you could choose any other field on the data source to put a goal on that. So in this case, I'll go ahead and choose product brand. I'll go ahead and add a measure. So I need to choose at least one measure. So we'll go ahead and choose quantity sold. Now, you need to choose a date field for the goal. So basically, is it based on invoice date, order date, ship date, deal close date, task due date, whatever it may be. So that's the date field here. Then you have to choose if high values are good or bad. So in the case of something like quantity, sales, that high value is typically good. If you're measuring, return rate, then you'll want the opposite. You'll want to say that high values are bad. So low values are good. So you can customize that however you need to. We'll give it a name of quantity goal by brand. Now we need to choose an interval. So here we have 4 different options available to us. So fixed monthly goal, that is going to say like we want to have a fixed goal of 500 units per brand a month. Fixed annual goal, if we set, say, 1,200 as our annual goal, that's going to be a 1,200 yearly goal that then gets allocated out per month as well. So it's going to set that goal of 100 per month. We can also do per month goal to set a different goal per month, and per year goal to set a different goal per year allocated per month. We'll go ahead and do per year goal to kind of show what this does. So we'll hit create. It's going to take a minute here to go ahead and process. Okay, so now our goal is set up. So now the next thing we need to do is load some data in. So we can generate a template for loading in the goal. So we could say we're going to go ahead and load data back for the last 2 years, and then project a goal from history at a growth rate of 5% for going forwards. There are 2 different options here for generating the spreadsheet that you'll load in. We'll go ahead and do both so we can take a look at what those are going to look like. Either option will work. It just kind of depends what you want to use as far as your data. All right, so we'll go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and change over to Excel to show what those look like. Just getting them open in Excel, sharing Excel. All right, so here's one. So this is the crosstab version where we have basically we have the brand going down the side here. We have each year going across, and then we have the quantity total that we're aiming as that yearly goal for each of those years. As you can see, it's loaded in the same history values for 2023, 2024, and 2025. And then it's added at 5% growth to get the value projected for 2026. So that's one option. So if you needed to customize this however you need to, you want to go in, say, I want to do 2,500, 1,700. And then if we go back, to Easy Insight, we can go ahead and do upload goals. We can do add goal crosstab, browse, choose the field. It processes. And now that's in there. If we click on dashboard, we'll see what the result of this is. So as you can see here, we have a view of quantity versus goal by brand. So for each brand, this is the quantity that was in this time period. This was the goal for that time period. And this is the value that was the value from the previous year. We also have pre-built available for us as far as a crosstab showing the quantity versus goal for each of those months. We have a table by brand showing quantity versus goal. And we have one more view showing for each month the quantity, the goal, and the previous year value. So these all provide reports that you can use as a starting point for your own use as far as getting the reporting on the goals set up. Any questions around any of that? And apologies again for the background noise. I unfortunately did not time things very well and had to do this webinar from a less than ideal location. So if you have any questions, you should be able to throw them onto the Q&A or the chat. Questions if we can send a recording, and yes, we'll definitely provide a recording. Yes, so let's take a look. So question was, can you go back to the steps you did prior to add grouping? So from the data source, you want to add you want to set your goal on. You'll click on the data source. You'll go to goals. So here under goals, this is where you can go ahead and do add goals to add in the goal you want to set up. So here you do add goals. Then from here, you can go ahead and give it a name and then do add grouping and add measure, as well as choosing the monthly, choosing the range for the goal. You can also add multiple groupings. So if you want to set up, say, a goal per customer, per SKU, it's going to be a lot of goals to set, but we've had people who definitely do that. You can set that up as a goal. So you can, do whatever combination you want. So the question is, what is the difference in fixed annual goal and per year goal? So fixed annual is going to let you set a single goal value. So you set a goal, say, of $100,000. This is going to use that as the goal each year. If you want to have a different goal, so if you want to have $100,000 for 2025 and a goal of $200,000 for 2026, you would use the per year goal. All right, any other questions on that? And if we go back to you can get back to the goal here from under goals, under existing goals, click on the link here to go back to that goal page to generate the import, generate the history, to upload new goals, so on. If we go into the dashboard again and edit one of the reports, you can kind of see what it's doing. So here, there's that we have our fields here, the quantity, we have the goal value, and then we have the previous year. So the different goal fields will be available to you here. So there's a folder that was created that has the different goal fields. And you could add that to your report just like any other field. All right. Any other questions around goals? So the question is, can you incorporate as a field into another report, i.e. a report that may track sales by month current versus goal? Yep, you can just create So this is a field just like any other field. So if you want to go ahead and, so if we go in, we create a fresh report, we'll go ahead and, so typically the one trick here is you do want to have this setup date comparisons because you're using two different date fields here. So if we do setup date comparisons, we grab comparison date, we grab net quantity, and then we grab our goal quantity, and then change that to month year. There we have our monthly goal and we have our net quantity. So you can just add those together. And if we want to have like a, amount to goal, we could do a custom measure of goal minus net quantity. And that did not work. So, oops, I grabbed the wrong field there. There we go. There we go. Subtracted the goal by itself there, which obviously didn't work. And then if we want to do something like add in highlighting, we could do configuration, conditional formatting. If amount to goal is greater than 100, so if we're not at our goal yet, we'll highlight the row as a light red. Any questions around any of that? All right, we'll give about another, I think that kind of covers what you can do with goals. So we'll give about another minute here if anybody has any questions. Otherwise, I think that pretty well covers, provides an overview of using goals in Easy Insight. So the question was, if you're just looking to learn more about Easy Insight, please just reach out to me directly after this call. I'll go ahead and put my email in the chat. You can just email our so no, I just sent you an email to contact. If you just reach out to us there, we'll get in touch with you and we can discuss how to help there. All right, thanks for your time with this webinar. Please reach out if you have any further questions, but hopefully this helped you get some good information about Easy Insight and help get moving on things there.